I look at love as an experience. Everybody loves differently. Everybody experiences love in a different way. Some people are meant to love one person and just go on. Some people are meant to experience multiple loves. In the event that it doesn't work out, I don't look at it as lost time or a tragedy. It's more of, okay, what did I learn from that? What can I take from that going forward? I think it's very healthy to experience multiple loves. I think humans are very complex, and different people are going to cater to different parts of your being, different parts of your mental, different parts of your heart. There's so many parts of you that someone else can bring out that you will never know unless you put yourself out there to gain those experiences. Anything that someone brings out of you is still you. It's there. It's there. That person just kind of works as a catalyst. An easy way for me to explain this would be with science, which is ironic because I hate science. Everything inside you, everything inside your being, we're going to call that the substrate that is already inside you, waiting to be acted upon. When someone comes along, they are like an enzyme. They cause a chemical reaction inside you that produces a product. That's not to say I don't understand heartbreak and the loss of someone. I understand the silence you feel after someone leaves your life. It can be almost deafening sometimes. I don't think people should be afraid to hurt. It's kind of like going to the doctors. I guess for me, I don't mind. I just love learning from people. I love learning about myself. I love learning about other people. And I love love. Personally, I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't know if that's because I'm a Leo. But I'm extra. I do the most. The absolute most. So that said, this doesn't only go for love. It just goes for people you interact with in general. Friends, family, whatever. I don't think every person you interact with on a deep level is someone meant to be in your life forever. People are placed in your life for specific reasons. They serve their time and then they go on. I don't know what you might think is up there, if it's the universe, a god, gods, spirits, whatever. As long as you believe something is up there, to me there's no possible way nothing can be up there. There's something bigger than us that understands us and is looking out for us. I think everybody's meant for a purpose in their own lives. You might see somebody whose entire life amounted to them working at McDonald's, and you might think, wow, that person did nothing with their lives. But you don't know what that person has done in their personal life. You don't know the growth that they've experienced. You don't know the troubles they've gone through. You don't know what they've overcome in their life. So that is their personal purpose that you will never know anything about. So I think everybody has a purpose. Whatever is up there is kind of a guide. It puts different catalysts in our lives to steer us in certain ways. We as humans, I think we have free thought. We choose our own destiny. I don't think it's decided for us. We have a purpose that we are meant to get to, and we're given the tools to get there, and it's up to us whether we take those tools or not, whether we learn from the hardships put in our lives to go forward, or whether we take them and stay exactly where we are. When it comes to love, lovers are put in our lives for us to experience. It's like riding a roller coaster. You ride one roller coaster, right? It's a crazy, unique, thrilling, up and down. You're happy, you're sad, you're this, you're in, you're out. It's a crazy experience, and you think, no one else can make me feel this way. Until you go on a bigger roller coaster. Not even a bigger roller coaster, just another one. It's an amusement park full of roller coasters. Amusement park full of rides in general. Each of them give you an experience, a thrill in a different way. It's not until you experience these different experiences that you learn from them, then you can think, okay, I definitely don't want to go on that one again. I like pieces of this one, but then there's certain aspects that I definitely can't deal with. You take all of this, and then in the end, you're gonna find the ride that you prefer the most. Yeah? You can't ride one roller coaster and then think, yeah, I don't need any of these other ones. I don't need any more thrill than this. Why? Why are you closing yourself off to all these new experiences for one ride, for one person? And I know I'm just a guy talking to a camera. I don't understand your situation in depth. I don't understand your specific connection, but I have been there, or at least in a similar situation. If you're in a situation like the one I described, I hope you get everything you're supposed to out of this experience. I mean, if it works out, that's great. But if it doesn't, I hope that you can step back and just look at it as an experience. Look at it for what you learn from it and what you can take from that going forward. If you are a person like me who just seeks out more from life, who seeks out information, who seeks out new ideas, new experiences, then definitely don't close yourself off to love. People my age right now, we're kind of that place where it's like, yo, there's no way I can find actual love. Like, everybody's trash. Everybody is trash, yo. I don't think everybody's trash. I think people look for love in the wrong places. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I believe that we exist on the spectrum of wavelengths. I think that we're categorized, and I don't think hope is lost in finding genuine people. I think you just need to find people on your wavelength, people who have similar mindsets, people who think the way you do, not even think the way you do, but people who just look at the world in a similar way. When you try to forge energies, when you try to mix energies that conflict or forge a connection, that is when you're gonna feel like it's lost, because you're mixing two things that don't mix. Your oil in this person's water. It's just not gonna work. Consider energy. Energy is such an important and real thing. The more you become self-aware, the more you understand your own energy. You have to understand your own energy in order to understand how you can interact with other people's energies. I know you can't just stop looking for love in the wrong place, but try to find people on your wavelength, people that complement you. That's not only in romantic relationships, that's friendships, that's who you surround yourself on a daily basis with. The Bible speaks on this too. You don't want to be unequally yoked. To even begin to find someone like that, you have to find your own core self. I don't know my core self. I'm still figuring it out, but I've made a lot of progress in the last few months. So if you're a person who just doesn't think there's hope for love out there, my advice would be learn yourself. When you start that journey of figuring yourself out, you get into your own head and figure out exactly why you think the way you think, who you are, all of this. The universe will bring similar energies around you. Search for like-minded individuals, search for like-minded energies, and search for yourself. So, as it relates to how I'm gonna go about doing this, I really don't want to do it on YouTube. Unfortunately, that's just the easiest way to share these videos. So I'm gonna be doing them on YouTube. I'm definitely gonna be consistent. I just don't know like if I'm gonna be doing like a weekly video, 2 videos a week. I'm just gonna get up, and if there's something to speak on and I have the time, I'm gonna speak on it. It shouldn't be too hard because my entire life is spent around cameras and editing. How you guys will interact. For one, I do a lot of driving. I travel a lot for shoots and just to hang out with people. Right now, I live in the Smithfield, Raleigh area. I'm in Raleigh very often. I'm in Durham very often. I'm in Fayetteville fairly often. And then I also go to Greensboro from time to time. Those are the main places I am. If you are in any of these places or anywhere in between, I'm not against, linking up with you, having a conversation. I'll bring my camera with me. We'll set it up. We can talk about whatever is on your mind, whatever topic you would like to discuss. I love talking to people. I love meeting up with people. I love hearing what people have to say. Another way that you guys can interact is the topics. You guys can send me questions. I'm gonna try my best not to just give you a straight, bland answer. I'm gonna try to go in depth on whatever questions you ask me. I'm thinking about like when I link up with my friends, I usually go to Fayetteville on the weekends, and we have a lot of conversations. As far as opening a dialogue to go back and forth, I'm still trying to figure out how to go about doing that. Feel free to ask me for my number and we can talk about whatever. And if we have a good discussion, I'll definitely make it into a video. The whole point of this is to open a dialogue. We can have conversations and then I'll put it on video so that other people who might think this way or disagree might be able to see it and continue a conversation from it. So that's all I got right now. If you guys have any ideas on like how I should go about doing this, I'm not a YouTube personality, I'm not a YouTube person, so I don't really know how to go about this. But so if you guys have any ideas on how I should go about structuring this or how I can make this any better or more interactive, definitely let me know. But for right now, we're gonna see where this goes.